Hey everyone, it's Elise. Welcome back to the channel where I like to talk about all things personal finance. And today's video is going to be a check-in on my 2025 financial goals, which is fresh off of last week where I just spoke about one major one that involved a lot of calculations and my net worth. But this video is particularly important because check-ins on your goal are what will either make or break your goal. Now, some of my goals were easy, some of them were more difficult, but all of them will serve and have served as propellants for me in 2025 to be my absolute best financially. And this video helps me stay on track because I'm taking the time in the middle of the year to assess like what I've been doing right and the things that I need to improve upon, because life will happen. Guaranteed, life will happen. And for example, life has been happening. In February, I would say a health concern. It wasn't a health scare, thank God, but I was not expecting that. Thank God I had my Obamacare insurance. So please, keynote reference, like health insurance or any type of insurance is protecting your investment. And there's no better investment really than your actual physical body. Then came March where I had an issue with my home. Then came March again, another date in March where I sold my car. So these are things that life happened and I was not expecting it. And they could have easily derailed my plans that I made in January, because I could have been like, you know what, I'm over it, I'm checked out. And that's in addition to the things that happen personally that don't have anything to do with finances. There are moments where I was super happy. There are moments where I was super sad. Emotions also tie into your ability to making your goals, especially if you don't have systems in play. And part of the systems that I have in play is, thank God, this YouTube channel where I can keep myself accountable. This wasn't always something that I aimed to do when I started my financial literacy channel, but it definitely is helping in this particular case. In setting the goal, that is not enough. We have to, number one, set the goal. Then we have to, number two, make a plan / a system to help that goal go further along. 3, we have to execute the best that we can. And number 4, which is what this video is, and one way of doing this is checking in. Because all of that lends us to being able to persevere. Persevering through our financial goals, our personal goals, our spiritual goals, but persevering is what gets you through that gap of what you have in your head to fruition in actual real life, bearing the fruit. So the first goal was to increase my net worth by $50,000. And I picked $50,000 because that is my current salary. And hopefully you watched the last video, but I am well on my way. It has increased in these last 6 months by $23,000. So if I extrapolate, I'm going to be very close to $50,000, and that for me is very exciting because that was a goal that I pushed myself on. That was not going to be an easy goal because the money is not it's not residing like it has in the past. So that means I have to do extra planning. Now the market is a funny thing, so we will see. There's a lot can happen in 6 months with the stock market because a lot of the net worth stuff that I have is stock market dependent, but it is a good place to be, knowing that I can set hard goals, as can you, and you'll figure out how to get there in the meantime. But set that goal because it will push you and give you the the fervor to make it happen. If one door closes, keep finding doors until they open. My second goal was to save a minimum of $6,000 to be added to my emergency fund. And I set this goal for 2 reasons. The first was because I only saved like less than $300 in 2024. That's embarrassing. And number 2, because I hope that this is my last goal contributing to my emergency fund for at least 10 years. And I say that because I've been trying to get it at a certain level since I left my job in 2023, and it has never quite gotten there. And even with this extra $6,000, it's not gonna get there, but I'm at a point where I'm mentally comfortable. That is a good amount. It's gonna be between 9 and 12 months of my expenses. So I'm just gonna have to roll with it because come 2026, that money that I would have, I'm putting into my brokerage account. And push come to shove, if I really need the money, I'm going to possibly consider my brokerage account in addition to my emergency fund. I don't want to, but it is a frame of thinking that with the brokerage account, just especially since it's not something that you have to wait until you're in your 60s to take money out of. If you really need the money, you can go take that. Shout out to Mona at Single Parent Fire, because I kind of got comfortable with that being my plan of action from watching some of her videos and seeing that, yeah, it is an option that I have. And as of this month in July, I have been able to save that $3,000. And that is very important to me because this was my number one goal. I did discuss my net worth first, but my number one goal is to save these extra couple $1,000 because for me, the fragile is too, for me, the economy is too fragile. And eldest daughter syndrome, my family not coming from a lot of money, all come into my calculus into why I need to buffer my account as much as possible. My third financial goal was to invest $1,500 into my brokerage account, and as of July, I have made 6 payments of $125, which means at this junction, I'm $750 in, and I am making my goal so long as I do the same things moving forward. And that's exciting because September makes my first year anniversary of getting into a brokerage fund, period. And having a brokerage fund gives me an element of soft life because investing, especially historically, has been something that only wealthy people do and not necessarily people who look like me do. So that's why I'm adamant about doing it and growing it. And y'all don't understand, like, I'm trying to get to $100,000 by 41, and that's 3 years away. And I know that seems like a lot, but it's not a lot for me. Like, if y'all know me, like, I'm gonna figure it out. And I am particularly a dividend investor, and I could say now in July, I am averaging $6 a month in dividends. And when I started at the end of December, I was getting December 25, I was only getting $4 a month. And I've never been excited to get so little money a month, but y'all, this $6 a month, I am like, it is gonna be no time before it's $600 a month. And the fact that I'm getting interest, like I am the bank versus when I have to pay interest to my mortgage, when I have to pay interest or just pay an insurance company, like I'm just so over that. I'm over debt and I'm all interest payments coming to me. So my goal for 2026, in that I'm getting $6 a month now, I can easily around this time, I think it's a easy goal to be getting $25 a month for my dividends. Now, I want to say that's a bill, but it's not. Honestly, like a bill, it's like $50 a month, but that's half a bill a month that I'm just getting from going to sleep every night. You can't beat that. The number 4 goal that I have for myself financially is to make money from simply being me. And how I'm doing on that would be, it depends. Nothing has come from my YouTube channel, and that was like the main thing that I wanted to make money for myself. And I think it's safe to say that I will not be an overnight sensation. But what I will say is from going on my 3rd year of being a YouTuber, I am number 1, growing consistently, and number 2, I'm getting better consistently. As far as like editing, as far as like getting an idea from my head to being public on YouTube, it only takes a few hours and it used to take a few days. So I know as long as I do not stop, that will come. And honestly, all my favorite YouTubers, or 90% of them, they did not get to that level where people started knowing them until year 10. And one thing about me is I have patience with myself. I'm working on being patient with others. I am aware enough about that. But I'm patient with myself. I don't care how long it takes me. If there's something that I want, I will wait for it because it's that valuable to me. Now, I did make money from tutoring because I got a tutoring gig that I was not expecting, and that is easy money. And wouldn't it be nice if that's something I could do full time? Because I love teaching. I love helping students and seeing it click in their mind when they get something and they get that confidence, like I can do it, because that's really part of your job as well, building confidence in them when you're a tutor. That is some good little change that I've gotten. So if I'm honest about it, it's not how I wanted to, because I literally closed my tutoring business with the state of Florida. You know, like it's over and done with. My 5th financial goal was to pay 2 extra mortgage payments to my mortgage. And this one, y'all, I'm only at 10% because I have only added $95 to the principal, and that was in June. And that was honestly because I forgot and I got distracted with other things, and I'm not mad about that because, again, saving that extra $6,000 is priority. I do not care about my mortgage at the moment. I'm just caring about increasing that buffer, right? And I do not think I'm gonna make the 2. I'd be lucky if I get the 1. Now, I do want to fast pay it. I have mentioned that with you guys, or I maybe mentioned that I'm thinking about it. I pretty much decided I want to. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna do it in the next 5 to 7 years. But as far as like the grade, not so good. Not so good. And that's okay. I made it, and there will be some progress, but I don't think that's gonna be like a B, or even a C, but there will be some progress. And then my last goal, the 6th financial goal that I have for myself in 2025, is buy a appreciating gift for myself, like an asset of a gift. And I will say there has been some progress into like deciding what I'm gonna get. I did go jewelry shopping, I believe it was in March, just to get some pricing and to figure out the quality that I wanted to get, and get some consultation from a professional. And it was insightful. I learned that I probably should buy around Mother's Day or a major holiday because those are when the big sales are. And we are in progress as long as I pay that $6,000 to myself in my emergency fund. And what will be happening is that I will probably buy it first quarter of 2026, because nothing's happening again until I save that $6,000. So as far as that goal is concerned, it's doing well because it's dependent on the other one. You have to live, but you simultaneously have to treat yourself. I am not a miser. I hope I don't come off as a miser. I love to have fun, and I love to enjoy in the finer things in life. So that's why I put it there, because I have to find something to say I gave to myself in 2026. So, in 2025, and then the fruit will be in 2026. And overall, as far as how my goals are, 2 are doing bad, 1 is neutral, and 3 are doing very well. That's really where I'm at so far. I'm excited about how far I've come, and I'm excited for the rest of the year, because now I'm inspired. I have an actual check-in evidence of like what I'm doing pretty good and what I can improve on. And please let me know in the comment how you're doing, whether it's you're trying to pay off student loan, because I remember those days, and I think that would be a prudent thing if that is one of your financial goals. If you are trying to beef up your emergency savings, if you are trying to save a down payment for a home because you want to be a homeowner, or you're just trying to get better at budgeting. Let me know in the comments. Please share, because I love to see when people trust me enough to let me in and share how they're doing with their financial goals. That's the whole point of kind of building community where people of like mind care about these things. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys next Thursday, for just like my regular Thursday videos that I love to put out. Talk to you later.